People, I just had to talk to the guys working at this display and ask them to get a big mop, because the amount of drool hitting the docks over this new Viking Valhalla 41 is pretty darn incredible. But before we look at this boat in a little more detail, I want you to take note of the quad outboards behind me, because last week I ran this boat. We hit 73.6 miles an hour, and that was with 5 guys on board. To say this boat is a performer would be the understatement of the year. So let's at least check out some of the fishing features. Here's fishing feature number 1. If you can find a boat with a live well bigger than this, well, good luck. Not only is it big, it's blue inside, it's lighted. The drain goes around the edges and is gasketed on the hatch, so you're not going to have water spilling out, and you've got a big old viewing port right in the front. It's a pretty serious piece of engineering right there. You got jump seats in the back. These are a little more elegant than some you'll see. Very easy to manipulate. You got a fish box on either side, of course. But what's really impressive back here, and this shows you why this boat is a Viking. Of course, Viking has never built outboard boats before, so it's rare to see lines like this, to see a bilge like this in an outboard boat. Frankly, this is pretty darn incredible, and it tells you that the Valhalla is built like a Viking, not necessarily like most outboard boats. Now, when it comes to the systems on this boat, again, really, it's just a mind blower. Naturally, yes, there's a seakeeper underneath the deck, but look at these screens at this helm. Pretty magnificent. You've got a zip wake system, so you've got interceptors on the back of this boat, and you've got a bow thruster too. The emphasis on keeping it simple down there and maximizing your space up here is a good thing. The cabin's relatively small for a boat of this size. You've got rod racks, and you've got a head and a sink. The fish box up here in the bow is not only big enough to hold the fish I catch, it's big enough to hold me. Here's another thing that's indicative of how Viking builds a boat. This is a big hatch right here. It comes off effortlessly, but what's really important is when I drop it, did you hear that? It shushes closed. This hatch fits this deck and this compartment perfectly. Now look, folks, we found this Valhalla at the Bluewater Yachts display at the Annapolis Boat Show. We're looking at a bunch of boats today, but the truth of the matter is, in a quick little YouTube video like this, you can't get the full flavor for a boat of this nature. If you think a 41-footer might be in your future and you really want the cream of the crop, well, I don't think you'll mind spending some time checking this boat out. Don't miss another cool Fish Talk video. Click below to subscribe.